I have to tell the truth. I'm just gonna say it.
Are we talking a factual truth, or is this a conclusion of a truth that you've come to from your perceived perceptions and the influence of your experiences and surroundings?
Women in general.
Looks like it'll be door number 2.
This does not mean every woman, 100% of women on earth, but women in general don't like men.
So I have a large audience of women who follows me on here. So if that was true, I have a large audience of people who don't like me choosing to follow me. Just an FYI, that percentage used to be way higher. This one's actually increasing.
If we stay true to our nature.
He says nature, and I just hear societal programming and conditioning.
And we are who we are. In general, women don't like who you are.
Well, I would be asking myself, what is it about you that makes you think that women don't like you for who you are?
We literally have to act a certain way to even be liked a little bit by a woman. It's the truth.
If you have to put on an act to be liked, who are you really? And is being liked the only reason you're putting on this act, or do you have ulterior motives? And I say as a man, I don't like people like that.
And this is not coming from a place of anything bad. It's just to bring some awareness to the situation and what things are actually like.
Yes, but thinking this way about half the population has the potential to lead you down a dark path. And this is coming from someone who's been down that path before.
Women are not your friend. They will never be your friend. They will never be fair, because that's not who they are.
I mean, when the most prevalent rhetoric spouted online by alpha dudes is that men and women can't be friends and men are only friends with women because they want to sleep with them, I can sympathize with women having their guard up. Now, I don't know the context of this video. I don't know this man's experience with women, and I can resonate and sympathize with the frustration he's experiencing. But honestly, having clear contempt and resentment towards women, that's not going to serve you at all in this life. And I feel the same way about women who possess a similar sentiment towards all men. However, what I've noticed about those women, it doesn't seem like they have any concern whether men like them or not. And even though misandry, the hatred of men, is essentially the opposite of misogyny, the hatred of women, the magnitude of the impact of these two in our society is not equally distributed. Misogyny plays out in much more lethal ways. And getting to the way of thinking that this guy has is just a gateway to something more sinister. I mean, for starters, I could request the Council of Women to inform me in the comments what it is they like about me. Because apparently women like me, and this is me. This is no act. And I also have women in my life who are comfortable in calling me out on my shit, which is incredibly beneficial. Like, I have a lot of male programming in my subconscious, and sometimes all it takes is to hear a perspective from a woman on it to get a completely different view on it. For starters, making a video like this and posting it to social media, do you think that this is going to make women not like you less? Or is it just kind of like a self-sabotaging loop? I think that women don't like me, so I'll continue to engage in behavior that proves my point that women don't like me. Isn't human psychology fascinating? Now, this could come from your experience with women, or this could easily come from the influence of the content you're consuming online. If you're being constantly bombarded with content of women talking about how horrible men are, you may start to think, I guess women don't like us. But keep in mind, social media is not an accurate representation of the real world. Now, if you're open to engage in disproving this belief that women don't like men, well, you're going to have to be proactive about it. And a good place to start would be listening and being open to receiving feedback from women and dropping your ego and leaving it at the door. If you have male friends who are open to having tough conversations and giving you tough love, it's a similar thing. And ask yourself, do I want to be the type of man who holds resentment and contempt towards all women? Or should I dedicate my energy to something more productive? If I strive to be a good person and I have a bad interaction with someone, I don't lose track of the value within myself to be a good person, and I just let those people go. The choice is yours, cowboy.